So say I wanted to get into a Ruger American, and I have the ranch. I want to kind of upgrade. I see it as okay. I definitely need glass because there's no iron sights. I'm not a big fan of the stock it comes with. So, okay, upgrade stock. And then the bolt, you could probably do something with the bolt and then triggers. Let's say you have a customer that says, hey, I have a Ruger American in 223556. I kind of want to get into entry level. I'm not looking to spend a lot. I'm not looking to spend 10 grand, but if I wanted to drop $2,500 on product in terms of what you could offer for what your company offers, what Anarchy offers, how would you help build that precision rifle?
So we've done a couple of we've done more than a couple of these, but we've done some of these with the Ruger American. The great thing about the Ruger American is they're like $400, and you can buy them at any of your local gun shops. You can buy them online. They're great rifles. They all use basically the same components. The new generation of the 223-556, they changed the firing pin on it, so our firing pin currently won't work with the new generation. So not everything is 100% compatible, but say you contact us, hey, what can I do? First off, what do you want to do with it? What's the use case? You told me you want to shoot entry-level PRS. Okay, here we go. That means there's a bunch of different criteria you can just start off with, meaning you need good glass, you need a smooth bolt, you need to be able to shoot a 10-round magazine, you need that magazine to feed. You need to be able to attach a bipod. You need to be able to use a rear bag, and you need an adjustable cheek well on your gun. So first off, the cheapest option is like a Magpul Hunter stock, right? They're like $300, I think. They'll take a AICS magazine, which is what you need, 10-round mag, box mag. It's the standard. Boom, out of the gate, you're good to go. It comes with Picatinny on the front. You can slap whatever bipod on it. You're good. Okay, the next option would be like an Indian Creek design chassis or an MDT Oryx chassis. The Indian Creek design chassis requires you buy a pistol grip and a buttstock, but then it's customizable. You can do whatever you want to it. I think the chassis is like sub $400, and then between a grip, a buffer tube, and a buttstock, you'd be couple $100 more, but then you're good to go. That chassis, you're sitting on aluminum pillars, and that's good to go. It will take a 10-round magazine, B223, B556, B65 Creedmoor, B6 Creedmoor, B6 Arc, whatever little short action cartridge you want to use. And then you can get into, I think it's Macmillan has a Game Warden stock, and someone makes a bottom metal. If you're looking to spend a little bit more money and have a traditional stock, those are some of the options for stock. And then we make 20 and 30 MOA scope bases. So if you are buying a Ruger American, it probably tells me you're spending sub $500 on glass, most likely, which there's a bunch of options. You've got Arkans and Ride-On and Athlon and Vortex. There's glasses, whatever you want to spend on glass. But they all are good options. If you're sub 500, I'm very partial to the Athlon. I think they have the best reticle and probably just best overall bang for buck. But anyways, if you're going to do that, you're going to need a scope base that's like 30 or 40 MOA. It's just to maximize the cheaper scopes and their travel. And then getting into the rest of the gun, Ruger Precisions, Ruger Americans, some of the internal bolt components have a tendency to fail. So we've partnered with 80 Arms. He manufactures a caulking piece that's better than the MIM that comes with the factory gun. It also, we have a bolt handle and a bolt knob, which is probably the number one upgrade for the Ruger American, is get rid of the silly little bolt handle. If you're going to run in PRS, you need a big bolt handle that gives good leverage, and that when you come off the trigger, straighten that finger and it's up and back. There's no reaching forward. There's no trying to find it. And our number one product for the last 5 years has been our Ruger American handle. So the Ruger American handle, I think we sold close to 3,000 of them this year. It is by far the number one upgrade for the Ruger American. And then you can get into firing pins and cocking pieces and a few other parts and components. Timney makes a trigger for the Ruger American. The Tang safety makes it really hard. I think Ruger. I think Jard might have one. I have experience with the Ruger American. It seems to be from Timney. Seems to be a really nice, clean trigger. A little bit of an upgrade, but you can also do some polishing on the factory and some. I don't know if I should say this, but you can do some spring clipping and some and whatever you want to do to the trigger.
That's how you get into some trouble with clipping springs and polishing. I got a guy that wanted me to do like a polishing job on an M&P 1.0 trigger, and I'm like, just buy the Apex spring kit. That's what we're doing. I don't want to polish because you can hurt a gun by clipping springs and polishing this trigger spring. It's like no.
See, you're gonna have more like the Tika like the Tika trigger. All you do is pop an Allen key and pop a new spring in it. Boom, you're golden.
Yep.
And we offer springs for the Tika triggers. The Timney's also a great option for that rifle. So yeah, the Ruger American. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities you can do to it. At Anarchy Outdoors, we probably offer 90% of the upgrades that you could do to a Ruger American, and we're always open for more suggestions. If you have a Ruger American out there that we don't make parts for, just let us know. I know like 350 Legend, and there's some like of the straight wall cartridges and stuff we haven't done yet. But in 2021, we're working on a whole new product lineup that we haven't done anything in yet. So it's a new channel for us, or a new, what do you call it? I don't know what you call it. But it's a new sector that we haven't done. It's a new sector we haven't done anything in yet. That's in the firearms industry. That's coming in 2021. But we also are going back and filling out some of our product offerings that don't have complete product offerings. Like there's a few products for the Tikas that we haven't filled out. We're going to go back and look at the Ruger Americans and see which generations changed. If the Go Wild, I know there's some Ruger Americans that aren't compatible with some of our stuff. I think it might be a few of the Gold Wilds. We haven't done a lot with the Magnums yet. I know the Magnums are starting to get more popular. So we're going to go back and we're going to try and fill in some of the gaps that we have. But we're always open for suggestions.
Yep.
We take every suggestion, we put it on a list, and I don't know, 25% of our products come from customer requests. So.
Now, I know you guys offer the Catalyst Arms bolt handle. Is that what you would recommend as well? Is that the bolt handle you're talking about for Ruger Americans? Is the Catalyst Arms?
So I ran the Hammerhead for a couple of years. I like it. It's a great bolt handle. I think it's a little too long on just a Ruger American.
Yeah.
But we make one we call the Little Bertha. It's what I've been running right now. It's a shorter, more compact version of the Hammerhead.
Okay.
It's a mix between, if you've seen Area 419s and a Kelbley, it's a mix between the two. It's kind of a sweet spot between the two. The Area 419, which I had on that rifle, but that rifle has a Little Bertha on it. It was just a little too narrow for my finger to fit in. And it was kind of a deep cutout.
Yep.
So we made the bolt handle, the bolt knobs a little bit longer and not as deep, and a little bit more space for the finger. So, but that being said, we offer the Hammerhead, and we have like 30 bolt knob options. And if you don't like one of ours, we have plenty of competitors. So.
Well, that's good. At least you offer, you're trying to, you have your own products, but if you offer the people that, again, I like to try and gear this towards like someone who just wants to get into it. They don't want to spend $5,000, but something where a guy can get into a match and have fun, not get, and then again,
it all really depends.
Take that drug and go.
Yeah, it all kind of depends on budget. If you were going to start from scratch, so you didn't own a firearm and you had $2,500 in your budget or $3,000, I would build off of a Tika CRT.
That's what I want to get into next.